All right, shalom and good afternoon, Brother Randy here. Now, I want to talk about something very important from a homestead perspective. Let's talk chickens. Chickens, okay? Now, there's two ways in which you can raise so you have your meat birds and then you have your egg layers, okay? And as we know, your meat birds eat the meat, and then, your eggs layers, you don't eat those. But you basically, you just use those for eggs. And the strategy when I first got here was, okay, I'm going to find some dual purpose birds. And what I was able to discover is that, even the dual purpose birds, if you're not feeding them a lot, they're not really going to get meaty. So we butchered a whole bunch of dual purpose birds, and like the black ocelotts, and it didn't really work out too well, but they do lay a tremendous amount of eggs. Now, this is the dilemma here. If you want true grass-fed eggs, okay, you're going to have to be able to free-range them. And as anybody knows, I just let the chickens just run around and eat the bugs, eat the grass, and as a result, I have to find the eggs, but they're pure 100% grass-fed, bug-fed chickens. But the downside to me allowing them to just run around is that they're going to be attacked by predators, raccoons, hawks. I started off with about probably about 70 birds that I was keeping in the chicken coop, and it took me 2 years through the natural rate of attrition when it comes to the hawks eating the birds, the raccoons and the squirrels or whatever getting to the birds. It took me down to about 5 birds. So about 2 years later, 2.5 years later, I'm down to 5 birds now. Okay, so that means that I'm going to have to replenish the birds that I have with new chicks, and all I have to do is get a rooster, because apparently all my roosters have been eaten up as well. So the name of the game is going to be to just simply go ahead, get another rooster, have them lay the eggs, have those eggs incubate, and get more chicks and get more chickens, egg layers as a result of that process, as opposed to going to the store and buying some more egg layers. Now, for the process of this, I'm in a bind where I can't wait, and I have to go out and buy some more chickens, some egg layers, due to the simple fact that I'm going to have a whole lot more mouths to feed this year. So I'm going to have to take that into consideration. And the idea is that, I need more egg layers. So basically what I'm going to do is go out and buy about 10 more egg layers. That's going to give me about a dozen or so eggs a day, and start the process from there, where I can ramp up the production when it comes to the actual egg layers, but I don't have to go out and buy anymore. And after 2 years or so, egg layers begin to decrease their output when it comes to the eggs being laid. So just through the natural rate of attrition, and just the natural die-off when it comes to predators and stuff. I mean, hey, they got to eat too, right? So the name of the game definitely is to just let the attrition take place. Let nature just take its course, because I am getting the eggs back via the chickens that are being hatched naturally through the process, and I don't have to use the incubator that I use. I found out, if you look back into my YouTube archives, I was able to find that, hey, the chicks and the chickens, they're able to do what they do naturally. In terms of roosting, I didn't have to really go about doing that. And actually, some of the chickens that you see right now, as a result of those eggs being hatched naturally through the mother hen sitting on the eggs and naturally hatching them out. So that's what I've decided to do in terms of replenishing the actual egg layers, is not having to just go ahead and repurchase the layer hens, letting the hawks, letting the raccoons. I mean, of course, I'm going to do all that I can in order to prevent that. But at the end of the day, I want true grass-fed chicks, eggs, and the only way I'm going to be able to do that is by letting them run and just do their thing. And I don't have to spend any money on chick feed as well. So it's just truly free from the Most High if I just let it just take its course. So that's what I've decided to do in order to replenish the chicks, to get the grass-fed eggs. Let me know what you think. I mean, this is just what I've been able to come up with, without having to spend any money and just letting nature take its course. But let me know what you think. All right, shalom.